I'm really passionate about this thing right here. This is an iPad. Really, really passionate about it. And so that's what I started to talk about. But then I started thinking about how I came to love this, and I thought I'd tell you some stories about this. So I'm Reggie Henry. I'm the Chief Information Officer at ASAE, and I look upon my job as helping people do their work better. And that always involves looking at new tools and thinking about new ways of doing work. Now, my colleagues here have the utmost faith in me. They've told me that on a number of occasions. Okay, I've known both of them most of my adult life, and I think they're here to help me. I think I have their support. So I think this is the best computing device created in the last 10 or 15 years, which is a pretty heavy-duty statement to make. Okay, I'm going to tell you a few stories to tell you why, but I'll also tell you that my first encounter to this wasn't really good at all. I was sitting at the dining room table, pretty much pulling my hair out, and I realized I had to shift the way I was thinking about using this tool to really make it work for me. And you'll probably have to do that as well, because your first encounter with this is that it's a big iPad or a small phone or something. But luckily, I have a wonderful wife. Her name is Benita. Okay? And she came to me as I was sitting there almost pulling my hair out, and she said, "Hey, Bozo, why don't you work like it works?" And I said, "Okay, I think I got it now." So I did the shift in my own mind, and it made it a big deal. So I'm going to tell you 2 or 3 stories about things that really happened, and the audience response part is, did that really happen?
Did that really happen?
So I was on a train on my way to New Jersey, and I got a call from a colleague who was having a meeting at the Capitol Hilton, which is right around the corner from ASAE. She said, "Our speaker didn't show up. Can you run around and do a technology presentation?" I said, "No, I'm on a train in New Jersey." Then I realized I had my iPad. Okay? I downloaded WebEx, sent her the presentation, felt like Superman. I did the presentation on the train on the way to New Jersey. People around me were pissed off, but I had a good time. Okay? Second story, true story again. Second story, I was going up to Mechanicsburg, Pennsylvania to do a presentation to the Pennsylvania Society of Association of Vets. They made a big deal about just send your presentations on a slide. We got things to make it work. What happened was the AV presenter didn't bring the laptops. What are we going to do? Downloaded this piece of software called Share Plus, downloaded all the presentations to my iPad, made all of my presentation and all the other folks' presentations, and oh, by the way, you can use your iPhone as a remote. So we got through all of those presentations.
Is that really happened?
Okay. Last thing, and this happened recently, on my way to do a presentation and forgot my iPhone. And I had about 15 calls to make. And I'm like, oh. Okay, but then I thought about it. Duh, this is just like an iPhone. Downloaded Skype, didn't do it like that. Used my headset, made all my phone calls. Okay, so if somebody tells you that you can't make phone calls from this device, not true. So my question to you is, when you think about this tool and any new tool, what we always do is try to make it work like we currently work. We don't think about the tool. So my question is, when are we going to change? So that these are the things I can do on my iPad. I can take notes the way I want. I can play games the way I want. I can do WebExes the way I want. I can even do social media the way I want. There's 1,000 tools for doing each one of those things. I can get news the way I want. I can find food the way I want. I can do documents the way I want. And I can even make phone calls the way I want. Okay? You can't do that with any other tool that's been made. So again, as you encounter new tools, and this is the CIO part of me talking, when you get a new tool, laptop, iPhone, iPad, whatever it is, don't always try to make it work like you work. At least think about how it works.